And the thing is, the most codified black people who are the most on code actually are foundational black Americans. This is why so many people have problems with us delineating because one thing that stopped us from getting on code because look, we used to get stuff done majorly because we were so on code. For example, the Montgomery bus boycott. The foundational black Americans down in Montgomery all said, you know what, we ain't taking the bus. We're going to shut this city down. And everybody got on code. Nobody broke. Everybody was carpooling. Some people walked to work. But all of the black people down there in Montgomery said, we're going to be on code. And if this bus company, they're going to mistreat us and the city is going to allow it, we're going to shut them down. They shut down the bus company. Not only did they shut down the bus company, some of the other businesses by proxy were suffering because of the bus boycott. Other business started suffering down there. So they completely disrupted the economy down there in Montgomery, Alabama. We got to understand how significant that Montgomery bus boycott was. That was very significant. We used our collective foundational Black American power. And we haven't had anything like that since because in the 60s, what happened when they started letting over some of these melanated immigrants, a lot of them weren't on code. So when we tried to do bus boycotts and business boycotts or whatever, the Tethers was like, "Oh no, I'm going to go in there and buy me some food. I don't know what those niggas are doing. I want food. I'm going to go to Jesse Penney's. I need some shoes." So whatever we boycotted, the Tethers weren't with that. So it's to this day, it's still hard for us to get a real boycott going on because you got so many people who are like, I'm not like the Akatas. I'm not like those niggas. So you got people who have tribalistic mindsets who come over here with the same tribalistic mindset. Oh, I'm from a different tribe. I ain't like him. That's why. And when we delineate, we actually get a lot of stuff done because enough of us are on code. When we start getting codified around our lineage, see, that's where the power is. I want y'all to understand something, man. When we start getting on code and our codification is lineage based, because a lot of things can be lineage based, even the way you get on code with each other. And we've gotten a lot of stuff done just by being on code as far as our lineage. We can get a lot of stuff done. And that's something that the dominant society fears because they understand we're waking up to where our real power is. Our power is inward. Our power is not trying to be a melting pot with a bunch of people who ain't on code with us. That's been a weakness that people have told us was power. See, we got tricked into believing that if we go hold hands or try to hold hands with a bunch of other non-white people, we're going to have a big old non-white coalition of power. Has that worked? Let's just look at the damn results because we've been hearing that since the 60s and 70s. This big old rainbow coalition of all the different colors of non white people. We all get together and fight white supremacy together. How has that worked? Let's just look at results. I'm a results driven person. Other groups ain't trying to fight no damn white supremacy. When they get here, these groups are not trying to fight white supremacy. They are joining white supremacy with them getting and going against us. They join hands with the white supremacists and go against our asses. You dig? Even some of the melanated immigrants who are darker than us come and start co-opting some of the white supremacist talking points. Like last night, the Somali guys were calling up, bragging about all the inventions white people made. Oh, white people created everything, nigga. What we gonna build with that? Let's be real. What we gonna build with that? We just had to come to the realization and really listen to people. See, that's the thing, family. That's kind of the good thing about social media. We got a chance to listen to how these people talk when they got in these rooms, like on Clubhouse and all of that. We really start to hear how they sounded as a group with each other and how they have so much disdain for us, so many of them. And that's the reality. All right, let's get up country.
Yes. Hey, Tariq, thanks so much for having me on. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, man. What's going on?
Oh, great. Thanks. First, I just wanted to say, man, great job on the bushmeat song. I
Oh, yeah.
bought a copy. It's oh, I love it.
Yes.
It's so funny. I love it. Everyone should buy a copy.
Great song.
I,
What's on
well, I wanted to ask you, with this Haitian guy who was just speaking, this might be relevant. I don't remember the Haitians being mentioned in buck breaking. Do you think that there was any significant effect on the Haitian population regarding buck breaking? Do you think that might explain some of their kind of, you know, I mean,
I don't know. You know
some
what?
of their strange behavior, to say the least?
You know what?
Thanks so much for having me on.
There was buck breaking going on in Jamaica. They were doing that. That was something that was kinda, big there because Jamaica was popular for being a slave breaking island. They would send people there to get literally broken, to have their spirits broken by the white supremacists there in Jamaica. They were very, very cruel in Jamaica. They would do some egregious stuff. Check out the diary of one of the white supremacists, a guy named Thomas Thistlewood, who was a slave owner in Jamaica, and some of the stuff that this guy was doing, and this is just one guy who just happened to document stuff because a lot of them didn't document what they were doing. We would hear from oral traditions. So it was very rare for a slave owner to actually make a diary of what he was doing. But this guy was sadistic with what he was doing with the enslaved black people in Jamaica. Not only was he, documenting all of the women he was raping, um, he would he had something called Derby's dose, where if a slave acted out or did something they weren't supposed to do, he had a slave named Derby who would defecate in the mouth of other slaves, and then he would sew their mouths shut with the feces in the mouth. It's some sick stuff. Look this up. The Diary of Thomas Thistlewood, man. Sick dude. Sick, sick dude, man. Aromo, what's happening?
Not a whole lot is happening. How are you?
I'm good, man. Fine.
Got a quick question.
Yes.
Every spaces I check out, people are just cursing each other by country, by nationalism, and all of that. But what can we do to improve Black solidarity?
Okay. What we're doing right now, there's no non-solidarity. We're not cursing anybody out. We're having a pretty sensible conversation where we are right now. We just, the question is, why do you think, and I think you're a Somalian gentleman, right?
No, I'm Oromo.
Romo, ain't that in Somalia?
No, that's Ethiopia. Yeah, we're trying to get independent in Ethiopia. Eventually, it will happen.
Okay, got it. Um, but the thing is, why do you think so many people have a problem with foundational Black Americans delineating, and why does that seem so offensive to people?
I think they're just uneducated mostly, and then they're just busy with themselves too. Like everybody's kind of in a survival the fittest mode type of shit.
Okay, all right, but yeah, it's no divisiveness on our end. We're acknowledging our lineage, and we're making sure that there's not going to be no ethnocide as far as our lineage. Let's get TBX in here.
Yo, what's up, Tariq?
What's going on? How are you?
Yeah, I'm alright. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. What's on your mind?
So I wanted to talk to you about the whole Diddy situation, right?
Yeah.
So like, okay, I read the indictment, right? And I was listening into your space a couple of days ago, and you were kind of I don't know if you were if it's alright for me to defending him or like you were kind of like skeptical about the whole situation, right? And the thing is, don't you think he's a bit of a all the proof is in the pudding. Like, he actually had 1,000 bottles of baby oil. He had some
Okay.
dildos and stuff.
Yeah, he probably did. What's illegal about that?
I mean, he was sex trafficking women, and people.
Sex trafficking, how?
I mean, in the indictment, it said that many witnesses, saw that victims who were prostitutes were, forcibly, sex trafficked, and he beat them up.
Oh,
He literally used
was-
physical force against them.
how was he forcing them into prostitution?
I mean, it's on the indictment. I mean, they said that they bought them
They
to his areas.
didn't
Hmm?
say. No, it's not in the indictment. They just said that it was trafficking and how. They didn't explain how. And I'm asking you, since you agree with them, if you're defending the white supremacist prosecutors and So you must know something that we don't know. So I'm going to ask you, how did he force adults into prostitution?
I mean, many witnesses have confirmed it. I mean, they said that they brought him to they brought them to his freak-offs in various states. You know, that would be Miami or Los Angeles, and performed in sexual activities with them
How did he
by
force?
force.
Okay, I'm asking you, how did he force them to do that?
I don't know. It was in the indictment.
No, it's not. Okay, just them saying
It's
he
they sex
forced.
traffic.
Okay, but I'm asking you to elaborate because you're defending the white supremacist prosecutors against the black person. So I'm just asking you to explain it to me.
How are they white supremacists though? If it's in like the indictment, I mean, there's many like victims of his. He beat up Cassie. You don't think that he's gonna be like physically abusing a
That
victim?
was beating her up was not in the indictment, though. So why did you bring that up? That's not in the indictment. That's
I
not in.
mean, let's be real though. I mean, he's a freak. He's a weird guy. Like you can't be defending him, Tariq.
He's not. Why are you defending white supremacist lawmakers? Why are you doing that?
I mean, you're defending Diddy.
You're supremacist. So what does that say about you?
What do you mean?
You're defending white supremacist lawmakers who's using a racist law to go against Diddy. They're using something called the Mann Act. That was a law specifically designed to go after black people. They're using an old racist ass law that really shouldn't even be on the books. You're defending white supremacy, sir.
So it's me. I'm defending white supremacy because
Yes,
I
you are.
believe Diddy is a terrible person and that he
You're
should.
defending the Mann Act. The Mann Act is an I'm white and I say so law, sir. That's a
So,
law that they created for Jack Johnson. They specifically created a law for Jack Johnson to stop him from having consensual sex with white women. And that's what they're using that law for now. That law is to stop somebody from having consensual sex with people that were willing to go along with it. That's why I'm asking you, where's the trafficking and coercion coming from? Explain it. I don't know. Then why
I
are
mean,
you
it's in the indictment. I mean, he trafficked prostitutes to his
it in
state.
the indictment? Then the indictment, it just says
It's literally you can read it, Tariq. I mean,
I
many. How do you
read it.
think they made it though? They
I've
got various witnesses to
I
confirm this.
what they got grown people, you got grown men talking about they got traffic. How you a grown man and got trafficked?
I mean, they did it by force. They were forcibly trafficked. You don't have to be underage to get sex trafficked. Come on, Tariq.
No, come on. No, I don't know. You
How do
must
you not know? It's in the proof is
okay.
it's in the pudding, Tariq. Come
How
on, man.
traffic a grown ass man? You tell me, sir.
Okay, well, you have pimps who force people through other, with threats or by physical violence to,
To a
perform.
man getting pimped by another man.
Yeah, butt breaking, bussy. That's what Diddy was doing. He
Okay,
was butt
okay,
breaking.
okay. How you get buck broken by another grown man?
I don't know. It's Diddy's parties. Diddy did it. He butt broke a bunch of, male prostitutes and female prostitutes. That's what Diddy
Okay,
did.
let's talk about the men because yeah, they talk about men and baby oil. How do you, as a man, get buck broken by another man?
He physically forced them. Come on, Tariq. Meek Mill was his
Oh,
handman. Like, come
that
on.
no, that don't make
In
sense.
the indictment, people at his various companies forced people
That
to.
don't
They
make
were the handmen.
sense.
Come
That
on.
don't make sense. How you physically force a man into damn sex trafficking? Really?
Yes, Diddy did it.
He did what?
Diddy did it. He butt broke those men. He butt broke a lot of people.
See how
At the
dumb
parties.
just saying dumb words now because you can't. You're trying to justify defending white supremacy,
How
sir.
is that white supremacy? He's a terrible
Because
person. Why defend him?
you're a tether from. Aren't you from Mali?
Mali. Yeah, I'm from Mali. Yeah, I mean, we're fighting the white supremacists. Though. We're
But
fighting.
you're in Britain. You're in Britain now, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm in Britain.
And thing.
I'm out here getting my bag out here in Britain.
Here's the thing. The reason why you can't justify none of this and you're just saying dumb words, bookbreaking, he did he do it? You're just saying dumb stuff in order to try to troll your way out of your janky logic because many of you tethers, a lot of you co-sign these white supremacist laws that target foundational black Americans because you have a deep rooted jealousy and you're just glad that a foundational Black American is getting taken down so that you can possibly get some shine for once in your damn
No,
life.
I love Diddy. What are you talking about? I love Diddy.
Okay, get out of here. Let me break these tethers down. Y'all know I told y'all, man, tethers are the biggest cheerleaders for these white supremacist laws that target us. When a foundational Black American is being targeted, the tethers be over there on the sidelines with pom poms. That nigga did it. Get him. Get that nigga. He did it. And when we say, hey man, that what these laws are a little janky. Oh, don't defend that nigga. Don't defend him. He did it. Lock him up. Tethers are real big on that. Tethers love to see foundational Black Americans get targeted. They don't care what the accusations are. Take them down so that we can possibly get the shine that we deserve. Because we've been living in the shadows of these Negroes for so long. We need some shine. I'm telling y'all, the Tethers are the major cheerleaders. Hell, even the DA out there in the case is a Jamaican Tether. Remember the one reading off the indictments? That's a big waterhead Jamaican Tether. You understand? You better watch these people.
We don't know the beginnings of rap because as long as our music has been recording, people have been rapping.
The disco DJs separated themselves from us. We were the next generation coming up with this thing, and they was like, what's this little hippity hop thing?
The first time I heard somebody spit a 16 over a break beat was probably Melly Mel.
The Melly Mel sound that you hear today, I got that sound from Hollywood.
I was doing this same form of entertainment long before it had a name.
A lot of the gangs were fading out by the time hip hop came in. A lot of those gangs turned into crews.
As far as influencing hip hop, I saw no Puerto Rican or Jamaican influences whatsoever.
I started breakdancing in the 70s.
When rap and hip hop was all Black, it was negative. Now that it became a big phenomenon and corporately acceptable, now there's this need to take foundational Black Americans out of the creation of it and give it away to other people. And it's important for us to set the record straight.